Hey everybody, it's Josh again. Welcome back to Pokemon Legends ZA. In the last episode, we took care of a lot of side quests that were still left over from the main story, because you guys voted on me to do all the side quests. We got to do things like star in movies, help Jose with her training, and even got to battle the strong bug-type user. But anyway, in this episode, there are only 7 side quests left, according to my mission list, but only 6 of them are available right now, and I'll try to get to the last one a little bit later, but for now, we're going to do the ones that are somewhat available, starting with the one right here at the Battle Corner mat. And you may have also noticed that I have changed my party to have only this really cool looking Pikachu. And there's a reason why. It's because of this kid. Does he look familiar?
The adventure continues!
Well, it's not the same character, but he's dressed like him. My Pikachu's the strongest in the world! Wanna know why he's so strong? It's because he's holding a light ball! A light ball makes Pikachu's attack and special attack stats even stronger. And that's why I'm confident my Pikachu is the strongest in the whole world! If you have a Pikachu you think you can beat mine, then I'll prove you wrong in battle. The world's greatest Pikachu. Let me know when you're ready for a Pikachu versus Pikachu battle. So yes, kind of similar to the Honedge battle where you only had to use a single Pupitar, this one requires you to use only a single Pikachu. And do not be fooled by Pikachu's appearance, it is actually pretty strong. And that is why, to be prepared, I got my Pikachu up to level 100, which knows the moves Iron Tail, Protect, Dig, and the one it can learn near the highest level, Volt Tackle. And it's also an Alpha, which makes it even stronger. I also gave it an Expert Belt to help make its super effective moves a little more powerful. But anyway, it is now time for a Pikachu versus Pikachu battle. So, you really think your Pikachu is the strongest there is? Then let's put that to the test. Let's do this. It's go time, partner. Let's show them what the strongest Pikachu in the world can do. Possibly even as strong as Ash's Pikachu. Mascot versus mascot. This'll be fun. So there's going to be a little bit of a strategy involved in this. So what I'm going to do is, right as he's about to use Dig, I got to use Dig myself. Because that way, his Dig misses, and mine attacks!
Timing is key.
Victory! How's that for a strongest Pikachu, eh? Well, even if we lost, I know you're still the greatest ever, Pikachu. Whoa! Can't believe your Pikachu beat my Light Ball boosted partner. Can you tell how shocked I am? You should try entering the Canary Comedy Wiz contest. You're both super strong for sure. I'm so impressed I even give you this Light Ball. Alright, so I got the Light Ball to power up Pikachu's moves, and three large experience candies. Don't worry, I have heaps of these things at home. And hey, Pikachu, don't you worry either. We'll just train more and get even stronger, okay? If we get to level 100 with our Light Ball, just like this guy did, we'll be the best in the world for real! So yeah, that's kind of my strategy against that Pikachu that can be a bit of a menace for those who are not prepared. Like, you want to lock onto him, as soon as he uses Dig, you immediately use Dig. That way his Dig misses, and your Dig will hit. It's all about who makes their attack first. But sometimes going second can even help. Anyway, it's time to move on to the next side quest, which is just near Quasatro Inc. And it's with this lady here, who has a very cool-looking Raichu from a distant region. Alola! I'm with Charge, the committee to highlight Alolan Raichu and generate excitement. That's quite a cool acronym there. Our goal is to increase the popularity and the population of Alolan Raichu. Well, I say our goal, but I'm the only member of the committee for now. In other words, you're the founder, president, and only member. In any case, are you familiar with regional forms? Maybe, maybe not. Either way, here's the scoop. You know how some Pokemon's looks can be influenced by the region they live in, right? Well, in Alola, even the Pikachu we all know and love evolved into a different form of Raichu. This one is Alolan Raichu, which gains the Psychic type, hence the fact that it's floating on its own tail. Rather than me explain the differences, why not try comparing these two yourself? And I know just how you should do it. Let's have a Pokemon battle between your original Raichu and my Alolan Raichu. Alola Raichu! Once you're ready to test your Raichu against mine, just come let me know. Alright, so since it's only a single Raichu, I think I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead to evolve this Pikachu into a Raichu by giving it a Thunderstone. Alright, so now we have an Alpha Raichu. So now, that's the Raichu. Let's go ahead and start this side quest. Ah, you brought a Raichu. Well then, care to battle my Alolan Raichu? Absolutely. Both Raichu have their charms, but the Alolan form is a different type. That means different strengths and weaknesses, so stay on your toes. If only I could have my Black Fangs help me out in this battle, I'd win for sure. But even with just this regular Raichu, I'll still win. Let's do this, my friend. An Alpha Raichu. Quick, use Volt Tackle. Victory! I meant to use Dig, but I pressed the wrong button. I think maybe the Alolan form can't use its true power without Alolan pancakes to fuel it. Perhaps you could have given it a Malasada before battle. What a spectacular victory, but don't go soon, we're done here yet. The committee to highlight Alolan Raichu and generate excitement has one last thing to offer. Let's trade! Your Raichu for my Alolan Raichu. What do you say? Let's trade. But instead of giving it my Raichu that I hardly trained, or trained really hard, I'm going to give it this level 6 Raichu instead. Just because I didn't work on it very hard. To Gridella. Goodbye, Kanto Raichu. And hello, Alolan Raichu. Fluffy. Ha, that's funny, because it's like a fluffy pancake. Trading Raichu is how we'll spread the joy of the Alolan regional form. You know, the Alolan form is lovely, of course, but just plain Raichu are pretty adorable, too. Well then, I'm off on another journey. I'll travel over to Alola, befriend a bunch of Alolan Raichu, and spread their cuteness all around the world. And that's what Charge is all about. Alola, Raichu. Just get some berries. But it's good enough. I mean, we get a cool form of Raichu you can't get anywhere else in this game. But anyway, it's time to get my original team back. Alright, and there we go. We can also... I've done a little more research off to the side, and can now claim the level 49... Oh, the second to last Mabel's research reward. The Master Ball! The very best Pokemon with the ultimate level of performance. Or so they say. And then for the last reward, you will get the Shiny Charm. And having one of these makes it more likely to run into Shiny Pokemon. Which I haven't had a lot of luck doing on camera. But anyway, she only has a few side quests left, which is just filling up the Mega Evolution Pokedex, the regular Pokedex, and winning battles. So, let's see if we can do any more regular side... Oh, speaking of battles, I think we can actually go and do the full course of battles at Restaurant Lowell. So yes, this is the fanciest restaurant in Kalos. Now we're going to take on its course of battles. We are proud to offer only the best. Welcome to Restaurant Lowell! Our premier offering for the Selected Gourmet is a full 10-course banquet of Pokemon battles. Yeah, twice as much as Restaurant Lowell. This culinary combat challenge is complimentary for first-time patrons. Would you care to try it? I'll try it. Wonderful! Please follow me this way. Full Course of Battles, 3-star edition. And remember, you gotta defeat all 10 of them without healing. Bon appetit! Round 1. Fight! So first off is Victory Bell, Aerial Ace. Before I could use Toxic, that's good. Second, Scolipede. Aerial Ace again. Again, trying to use Toxic. And then finally, Garbodor, so all poison types. Night Slash. Nice. Round 1 goes to me. Now that's how you do a restaurant battle. Round 2. Fight! First up, Camerupt. Hey, that rhymes. Night Slash. Next, Talonflame. Night Slash again. And finally, Pyroar, so all fire types. Night Slash. Oh, that's a Shell Bell. Victory! Round 2 belongs to me. Perhaps I shouldn't say it, but I can't hold back. Don't get cocky. It'll only get harder from here. Round 3. Fight! Oh, and Absol's burn. That's not good. Night Slash. Oh, it's taking too much damage. Come on, Sharpedo, come on out. Next, Gardevoir. Liquidation. And finally, Clefable, so all fairy types for this one. Night Slash. Liquidation. That's round 3 done. A perfect Pokemon battle, much like a perfect blend of magnificent spices. Round 4. Fight! First starting out with Avalugg. Oh, it has a Rocky Helmet, that's not good. Coming back. Next is Noivern. So not sticking to a specific type this time. Dang, all those guys have Rocky Helmets. And finally, Sableye. There we go. Victory! So this is the purpose of a restaurant battle. To work up an appetite by losing spectacularly. Round 5. Fight! Starting with Kangaskhan. I got my attack out first. Next, Gengar. And finally, Steelix. Easy enough. Brick Break. Victory! That was probably the easiest one so far. My well-marinated battle technique did not stand up to your refined palate. Round 6. Fight! Ooh, Scizor. I know you can do this. Didn't even try to attack. Next, Lucario. Again, didn't try to attack. And that was a critical hit, too. And finally, Aegis Slash. Night Slash. Oh, King Shield. Oh, that didn't work. There we go. Victory! I'm so nervous being here with everyone watching that I can't even taste the thing. Round 7. Fight! Starting with Aerodactyl. Ice Punch should take care of it. Oh, it has a Quick Claw, too. Next, Starmie. Night Slash. Quick Claw doesn't always activate right away, though. Only sometimes it does. And finally, Frostlass. Night Slash again. Victory! Lucky number 7. Once you've experienced the best of battles, you come to see how little others have to offer. Round 8. Fight! Starting with Arbok. Oh, now he's poisoned. Switch out. Oh, the wrong switch out, but Aerial Ice should help. Nice. And now for the last one. Roserade. Air Slash or Aerial Ace. Victory! Can't believe I messed up like this. Feel as if I've been gutted like a fish. Round 9. Fight! Sending out Gyarados first. Let's go, my king. Rock Slide. And thankfully, Giga Impact stunned it. Next, Dragolge. Earthquake, go! Couldn't get Hydro Pump out in time. Nice. And then finally, Dragonite. Rock Slide. There we go. Another victory! Just one more win, and you'll complete your full course. But can you stand the hunger pains? Round 10. Fight! Last 3 Pokemon, starting with Drampa. Let's go Crunch. Next, the Skarmory. Oh, he had a Rocky Helmet. And then finally, Tyranitar! Oh, a Mega Tyranitar, even better. Both using Earthquake. But mine was more super effective, so victory for me! All 10 courses done. Wow. Wow indeed. What a 3-star trainer. You're a genius of battle. A true bon vivant. Incroyable! This is a little show of appreciation for you fully savoring all our restaurant has to offer. Finally got this out of the way. You got the TM for knockoff. Some HB ups and Carbos. We ask that you pay the usual 100,000 Pokédollars on your next visit. We all hope to see you again. Alright, so there are 3 more side quests left available now. So, one is by Wild Zone 17. One is over here by Cafe Soleil. And then there's one over here. I think that's the Furfurl lady again. Geez, she has 4 side quests. Okay, let's do this one first, just to make it different. Oh, hey, it's you again. The guy that moved in with those Gengars. And yet your name is Gengar. Thanks again to you and the rest Syndicate for your help the other day. Remember that Gengar I said I'd look after? Well, I haven't seen it in a while. It's a wild Pokemon, so I know it's going to come and go as it pleases, but I've gotten used to having it around, and if I'm being honest, I'm kind of worried about it. I know it's a weird ask, but do you think you could help me look for Gengar? It'd mean a lot. Goodbye, Gengar. We'll need help from a Ghost-type expert, too. Let's go see if Gwyn from the Fist of Justice can lend a hand. She should be at the dojo. But first, I see an item hiding back behind these boxes. A rare candy. Excellent. Is there another item hiding behind those boxes over there, too?
Nope.
No, there's not. And once again, there's that painting of Professor Laventon. And let's go talk to Gwyn. So, you need my help? I'll do it. On one condition. Battle me. Sure, you're going down. Revenge will be mine. Let's see if your training has improved, Gwyn. You and your ghost are gonna be dragged into the darkness. First she sends out Bayonet. Let's go, Absol. Night Slash, quick! And she once again tries to start off with Heal Block. Now she has an extra Pokemon on her team. Next we have Gengar. Not the Gengar we're looking for, though. Next, Gourgeist. Night Slash again. That's the power of level 100 Pokemon. Oh, Frostlass, that's new. The Night Slash will still take care of it. And finally, her Chandelure. And I know exactly what to do here. Burn bright, and burn their souls! Kinda weird how there was no introductory quote. Like right before this happened. Anyway. It's dead. Victory! Once again took down the Ghost-type user. Seriously? As serious as a shark attack. You really are strong. You! Oh, sorry. You. Explain why you need my help, and keep it brief. I see why you're concerned. Still, now we have an idea of the sort of Gengar we're dealing with. Chandelure should be able to sense where it is. But know this, some Ghost-type Pokemon like to settle in, and others would much rather roam. So don't set your hopes too high. You've been warned. I get it. I just want to make sure Gengar's okay. Do you sense anything, Chandelure? This place here? Chandelure thinks that Gengar might be at Hotel Richissimi. Makes sense. Buildings as old as that one have their fair share of ghost stories. I'll meet you there, then. And Gwyn's right over here. Do you sense anything, Chandelure? Right by that sign is... a Gourgeist. A ghost type, but not the right one. Any other leads, Chandelure? This place here? Chandelure is pointing us toward a secluded waterway. Huh? I guess ghosts do tend to congregate near running water. Sounds legit. Does it? Only if they're like a pirate or an old fisherman, maybe. I'll meet you there, then. So down here. See if you can sense anything, Chandelure. And right here we have... a Shuppet. This is not the ghost type you're looking for. Just a Shuppet, huh? Any other lead, Chandelure? The Galerie de la Lune. How bizarre. So Gengar's developed a taste for a haute couture? Is that it? If so, I should have gone to the Passage Ombrage, my favorite clothing store. Wisp is there. Well, the Galerie de la Lune it is then. Heh. It's funny to think about Gengar having a little shopping spree and trying on outfits. To be honest, yes. Yes, it is. Anyway. I said to talk to her, but... not really sure where it's trying to tell me to look. So it's just... oh. You know what to do, Chandelure. That was weird. I talked to her the first time and nothing happened, but I talked to her a second time and this happens. There's a Gengar!
Surprise!
It just scared them away. Is this your Gengar? No. Its cry is different. There you are, Gengar. Let's head home, shall we? Tonight I think I'll make that stew you like. So it was someone else's Gengar. Let's try again, Chandelure. People are counting on our help. That's okay. Let's call off the search. You and Chandelure are having trouble finding Gengar. I don't think there's much hope. But... I should have asked Gengar to be my partner while I had the chance. And now it's too late. I hadn't even realized how much I enjoyed having Gengar around until it left. That's the thing. You never know what you got till it's gone. But, that's life, I guess. Thanks so much for helping me search for Gengar anyway. I really appreciate it. After all that, we couldn't help him. And so I say, adieu, Gengar. So, now he's lost a Pokemon friend, just like I once did. But hey, at least I got mine back, so that sucks for him. Anyway, also since we are here at Galerie de la Lune, maybe we should try to go ahead and try to catch Yveltal. So first, I need to find a way to get up to the roof of this place. So yeah, before going to this place, I think we're going to be asked to try out a Rogue Mega Pokemon Simulator back at Quasatchico Inc. You have to have a rematch with Rogue Mega Victory Bell, Hawlucha, and Tyranitar before being able to come here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and try to catch the one that takes. And there's that great cry, and there it is. The legendary Y Pokemon bird. The one that takes lives. Cutscene, I was on top of that dome. You're lying to me. Anyway, let's go ahead and catch it. After all, you are also a dark type. We detected Yveltal's life force. I suppose you must have found it. Yveltal is an extremely dangerous Pokemon. I trust you will take care. And you know you've got to catch it, right? Not just defeat it. It's a big job, but you ought to be up to it. So here we go, the Pokemon of Death. But watch out, one hit from its signature move on the human, and it's all over. There's that legendary battle theme. Let's do this. Ha, Psychic has no effect on me. Oh, there's a signature move, Oblivion Wing, which allows it to heal itself. You definitely do not want to get hit by that as the human. Oh, that's Dark Pulse. At least Ice Fang is doing some damage against it. Oh, now it knows Hurricane. That is kind of the frustrating thing about this guy, is that he can heal himself. Away from the Hurricane. Dark Pulse again. And I don't really want to try to waste the Master Ball on this one. So instead... that's not going to work. Go for Oblivion Wing. Timer Ball, let's go. Probably not going to do anything. Nope, that did nothing. Ouch! That Psychic did some damage. Night Slash. Okay, let's switch back to the Ultra Balls. I like how it was being funny, and it's like being immune to using the attack I'm immune to. Love it when bosses like this act like idiots. It's also kind of sad how the backstrike doesn't work on this. Dodge the Dark Pulse. And now it's weak. And... oh, dang it. Oh, now it's frustrated. Come on out, Absol. Ah, I used it too late. Dodge the Hurricane. Dark Pulse. Night Slash. Of course, it was able to heal itself. There we go! We've caught the legendary Pokemon of Death. Oh, Team Flare Nevos here. You never stop surprising me. To think that you would be able to conquer even Yveltal. Well, I am the Black Fang. I conquer all dark types. I just wanted to protect Lumiose. Perhaps it's true that wanting something too much clouds the vision, sending one down paths that lead only to defeat. What are you going on about now, Grease? Nothing. Nothing at all. I was just thinking about how wonderful it would be to have a serious battle against our friend here, who has subdued Lumiose's mightiest Pokemon. Seriously? There's a point here, would you mind getting to it? My point is, only that my old fixation upon restoring our honor held me captive to the past. And now I am focused wholly on becoming the greatest I can be. A better goal, I rather think. Yeah, I guess. Nothing wrong with that, huh? I prefer the look you get on your face when you're focused in battle. You almost look good. Almost? I think I also maintain a nice expression when I am dealing with our customers. Speaking of which, are we all ready for a nice coffee break? Alright, one piping hot cup full of props to you. I swear it's not just dregs we couldn't sell today. So we caught the one that takes. Yeah, a nice cup of coffee took care of everything. So now, let me see, there are still 2 side quests left. One by Wild Zone 17 and then the Furfro Lady. But actually, since the Furfro Lady is right near the next area, then maybe we can go over to that area, not only see what her request is, but also maybe catch Xerneas. Yep, it's the Furfur lady again. Let's see what she has to say. Since you helped my Scyther master its cutting skills, I think you'd make a worthy challenger. Just as the Kalos region has the Pokemon League, Lumia City has the Furfro League! Huh? The Furfro League is where the city's most skilled Furfro fans compete to see who has the strongest Furfros. Four such trainers, known as, of course, the Elite Four, are awaiting a worthy challenger. The Elite Four can be found in the 4 different restaurants around Lumiose, which are Restaurant La Na, Restaurant La Yeah, Restaurant La Wow, and the Sushi High Roller. If you want to battle them, make sure you have your only Furfro on your team. Sounds like a fun challenge, no? Try beating them all. That is, if you can. Facing the Furfro League. So yes. An entire league dedicated to only Furfros. Sometimes the Game Freak doesn't cease to surprise me. Anyway, it seems Xerneas is hiding out somewhere down here. Except now there's like Alpha Slowpoke and Alpha Slowbro over there. And of course, more Furfros. It seems Xerneas is somewhere around here. And there it is. The first ever Fairy-type legendary Pokemon. The one that gives. The Pokemon of Life. The legendary X. And before I get into this, I should mention that Mabel will ask you to catch some random alpha Pokemons in Wild Zone 3, 5, and 9 before you can actually face Xerneas. So without further ado, here we go. Looks like you've made contact with our target. You're up against Xerneas, one of the 3 legendary Pokemon of the Kalos region, the Mighty X. We need you to catch that thing, not just defeat it. If I can catch Yveltal, I can catch you too. Let's do this, my Black Fangs! Show them the true power of the Dark type. Ooh, Moonblast did some really good damage. Ah, too late. Ice Fang, go! And signature move, Geomancy, which raises its stats. Well, actually, if that's the case, maybe I should bring Malamar out instead. Topsy-turvy, go! There we go, lower its stats instead. Flip them upside down. Horn Leech, which will heal itself. Again, having a healing move, which just makes it more frustrating. At least with its stats lowered, it can't do much. Ooh, Mega Horn. That's some pretty good damage to this guy. Oh, that just returns his stats back to normal. Well, so much for you. And now it's gonna raise his stats again. Okay, Iron Head, go! Ice Punch! Okay, now it's time. Before I can use the signature move. First try!
First try.
Ding ding ding! You sure did it. And to the victor, go the spoils. Meaning, congrats! You just caught yourself a legendary Pokemon. For the 2nd time in this game. Seriously, great work. When we found Xerneas 5 years ago, it was basically dormant in a tree-like state. Just like how Yveltal was in a cocoon. It was a lot easier to secure like that compared to what you had to do just now. But even then, you could feel the life force just roiling around it. I've been researching Pokemon's life energy for ages, and I was still overwhelmed by that feeling. Seeing Xerneas again after all this time, it's quite something. But look at me, still stuck here. I've been from traveling around freely or leaving Lumiose. Then there was all this mess with energy leaking from the tower and powering up wild Pokemon. That energy's probably even what caused all these wild Pokemon to flock to the city, wanting a taste. In short, things have been rough. But somehow we managed to prevent even more trouble from befalling the Pokemon here. Looking at it that way, it's nice to know that my work for Team Flare wasn't a total waste. You still haven't finished all the research tasks I wanted you to do for me either. So maybe you can take a breather today, but I'm still counting on you to get that work done. The one that gives. Unfortunately, it is impossible to complete all of the research tasks beforehand, but considering Xerneas was required to complete the Pokédex. And also before that, you haven't caught Zygarde yet either, so technically it is impossible. I need to get out of here. Let's get out of here. Alright, no longer being targeted. So, let's see here. Is there actually a bench nearby that I can use? Because I believe the last side quest I want to do for this episode, and then do one more thing, is actually at Wild Zone 17. So, to do that, I want to change it to nighttime. Alright, so now that it's nighttime, let's go ahead and warp to Wild Zone 17. Alright, the last of the side quests I want to do for this episode is with this guy. You know about Skarmory, the armor bird Pokemon? Of course we do. We faced one before against Felipe. Which said thin, sharp feathers that were once used to make swords. Today they're just used for knives. I've been wanting to get my hands on one of those feathers so I can gift it to a top-class chef who is near and dear to my heart. And a ZA Royale trainer such as yourself seems like the perfect person to find one for me. The only problem is, the only Skarmories that can be found in Lumiose are found in Wild Zone 17. And that zone is just bursting with ferocious Pokemon. Specifically, Pyroars. That's why I'm outsourcing the whole search to a trainer of your talent. And thanks in advance. A feather from Skarmory. So yeah, this particular Wild Zone, probably the one that gives everyone the most trouble. And that is because you can see behind that gate of those guys. There are a total of 6 Pyroars, 5 female and 1 alpha male. And if they wake up and spot you, then it's very much troublesome because all of them know Earth Power. And if you do not have exact specific dodge timing, they will hit you. And multiple Earth Powers together will make you immediately black out. So for this, I'm going to duck down and be careful. So yeah. And there's the Skarmory that dropped all those feathers. So one of these red sparkles is the feather you're looking for. Unfortunately, this is a Skarmory Talon. Too bad. Oh, run! Get the frick out of here, get the frick out of here. Watch out for Earth Power. Holy crap. And of course the Skarmory up there used Spite. So yeah, that is the problem you have to deal with, considering there's multiple of them and they will all see you. So I think the better strategy... I have to wait until they go back to sleep. Because what I want to do is, while they're asleep, I could try to take them out one by one with Sharpedo's liquidation move. Okay, the alpha's gone back to sleep, thank goodness. Okay, before I try to pick up anything else, I want to see if I can do this correctly. Because if you could take them out in one hit, then it won't wake up the others. So instead of going after the shines, I'm going to take all these Pyros out one by one. Starting with the females around the alpha male. Because it's kind of pretty hard to get rid of the alpha male in one hit. Okay. Take that one out. The last female over here. Now let's see if we can take out the alpha male. Yeah, I didn't do it in one hit, but at least I don't have to worry about the other females anymore. Okay. At least I didn't use Earth Power, I used Crunch. That's all the alphas, that's all the Pyroars taken out, so now that they're out of the way, you should have no problem trying to find the Skarmory Feather. This is a pile of cinders from a Lampent. Too bad. Yes, now the Pyroars are out of the way, this is much easier. So checking over here. A main hair of a male Pyroar. Too bad. A tuft of Digger's Beaver. Too bad. Oh, now the Skarmory is here. Flamethrower should take care of it. And also, I think Skarmory is one of the hardest Pokemon to catch, considering its low catch stats. Anyway, what's the one that I find be the last one that I check? Main hair from a female Pyroar. Too bad. Alright, what about you? Chunk from a Chespin Spike. Too bad. So far, the first one we checked was the closest thing. What about right here? Sliver of metal from a Klefki's Key. Too bad. So next I want to go check on the rooftops, because there might be some up there, but there's going to be more Pokemon, so I'm going to need to get ready. Starting with a Lampent. Okay, go Liquidation. And funny enough, there's an Alpha Halucha on the other side of the wall. And right here, a piece of sparkly sequin. Too bad. And that one wasn't even from a Pokemon. That was just like, just some random sequin. Okay, let's take out this Lampent. What? How'd you all of a sudden reappear? That's kind of cheating. But also there's an Alpha Mawile up here, and if you try to face it while the Pyroars are still down there, the Pyroars will still see you, and they can easily hit you. Okay. I'm just hoping the Pyroars don't respawn. Ow. Got hit by Stone Edge. Then what do we have here? Oh, it's a Skarmory Feather. I got the feeling you might have found a feather by now, so I bolted past the Pyroar to get up here. That's the feather, right? Oh, I can already tell it'll make an incredible kitchen knife. Uh-oh. A Skarmory is back. Why now? Please, you need to scare off a Skarmory. Now we gotta battle another Skarmory. Let's go, Houndoom. You can roast it with Flamethrower. But too bad you can't catch this one. Phew. Why in the world would this Skarmory attack us like that? Probably because it wants its feather back. Are you angry because feather is important to you? Well, it is to me too, you know. There's a chef I want to give it to so he can make it into an amazing kitchen knife. The food he cooks brings real joy to the good folks of Lumiose, and to the Pokemon too. He's a very special chef, so please, will you let me have this feather? You're okay with me having it? It sees your passion, so it lets you have it. Thank you so much for your help. I'll tell the chef all about you and your kindness. Oh, and once he starts cooking meals with his new knife, you're very welcome to pay us a visit at Restaurant Lawau. I already visited. I sure hope my feelings reached the Skarmory. Do you think it really understood me? Yeah, it seems you got through to it. I suppose so. Then I made friends with a wild Pokemon. Who knows what'll happen next? So I finally got this annoying side quest out of the way and get another metal coat. So now you can get the other trade item that you couldn't get before with Steelix or Scizor. Okay, quickly, let's warp out of here. And also, to finish this episode, let's head back to Quasartrico Inc. Because the last thing I want to take care of is something for the Infinite ZA Royale. So you can have reward matches when you get a Challenger's ticket and you battle some people you've faced before. And once you make it to the 15th match, I believe something cool will happen. So we have a Challenger's ticket. We're going to take part in our 15th reward matches. I did the other 14 off camera, considering they're just repeat battles. But this one is special, because now it's time for your rematch against Taunie. There's just one small difference in this battle compared to the one in front of the tower. She has a new Pokemon. Isn't the Infinite ZA Royale great? I haven't had a chance for an all-out match with you since we fought to see who's the strongest Mega Evolution user. Watch me win! Oh, I'll be watching you, alright. Losing! First, Meowstic. Let's do this, Absol. Show them that we haven't changed. Go Night Slash! Okay, Gudra's next. I used it too early. Play rough, go! Funny how it changed up its strat using Toxic second. And next is for Alligator. Too bad we don't get to see its Mega Evolution for this one since I chose Chikorita first. Anyway, that's half of her team down already. Next, Manectric. I believe she doesn't have Avalog in this fight. Protect, play rough. Thunder. Protected. Alright, it's time to switch out. Next she sends out Emboar! We saw its Mega Evolution already. Now it's time to hit it with Liquidation. And now for her true final Pokemon. It's Floette! The Eternal one! Time to Mega Evolve, Houndoom! Time to use the power of our bonds with everyone in Lumiose and Mega Evolve! So yes, finally get to see Eternal Floette in battle. And become Eternet! And now here comes Kamehameha. Sludge Bomb! Dang, that was powerful. But we still won. Victory! Even your Light of Ruin was no match for Mega Houndoom. No wonder you're the strongest of us all. As my grandpa always said, you're gosh dang right. I'm really glad we met, you know. I couldn't have taken on the whole ZA Royale or protected Lumiose if you hadn't been there. You received a prize for winning your award match. A big nugget. And 15 pieces of medium experience candies. Taunie, can I have a word? Emma, yeah, sure. Must be pretty important if you came to find me. Sorry, give us just a second, okay? Emma, you're sure? Alright. Paxton, come on. We need to make a stop at Quasartrico HQ. Stat! It's Jet. Thanks for coming, both of you. Just triple checking. Taunie, your jacket was a keepsake from your mom, right? Yeah, it was. Well, I found the person who gave it to your mom in the first place. That jacket was actually a gift from me.
What?
I'm sorry? Taunie, I'm quite sure that your mother was my daughter. Your mother worked to develop hologram technology, did she not? That's right. Your mother and I, we disagreed over the direction in which this company was moving, and so she left, saying that she had her own research she was to pursue. Yes, she worked hard at that research, all while caring for me when I was just a kid. It was a lot for her to handle on her own. I think she ended up doing work for Team Flare, or maybe getting support from Lysander. It is true that your mother's research contributed to the invention of Team Flare's hologram devices. That very same research enabled us to develop our own holotech here at Quasatrico Inc. Even though she chose to walk a separate path, still we find these points of intersection. Life truly is curious at times. So Mom's hard work helped make the wild zones and everything possible. But she burned herself out doing all that. In the end, she had to go some faraway region to try and rest. I see. And I suppose that is where she... Yeah. I knew my mom had ties to Lumios, so I figured I'd find you, or someone who knew her, here. But of course, our family was not originally from Lumios City. That's why it was a struggle to find any leads. Until I noticed that jacket. I couldn't be sure at first. It had certainly seen some hard days since I had last seen it. And of course, you added some flair of your own. That's what prompted President Jet to enlist me to do some sleuthing for her, too. At that moment, it struck me like a bolt of brilliance. What if President Jet and Taunie are related to, and searching for, each other? My daughter, your mother, did she ever speak about me? She regretted never talking to you again after she left. And she said if I ever met you, I should tell you something. Even though you and she walked different paths, there was still so much you had in common. Noticing what you shared made her life feel fuller, even after she left. Maybe especially after. If only I'd been less stubborn. If only I'd tried to reach back across that divide sooner. I think it's all right. She'd be glad to know her message reached you, at least. I must ask one thing of you, Taunie. I bear responsibility for Quasatrico Inc. choosing to conceal the truth about the tower's threat from the public for so long. And so I plan to step down as president. But the urban redevelopment plan must continue. We must make Lumio City into a place that truly belongs to both people and Pokemon. Having some continuity in the project's leadership could help the transition go a little smoother. Perhaps, if someone who had been helping already were to step into my shoes. Someone who is already a leader in their own right. Wait, you're not asking what I think you're saying, are you? You want me to take over as CEO of Quasatrico? Me? Leading the whole company? I mean, I guess it makes some sense to keep it in the family, but... You know what? Alright. I doubt Mom would have wanted me to refuse. You understand why I have to do this, right? But what about Team MZ? Thank you. I'm happy to know you'll miss having me around. And I hope you know, I wouldn't leave unless it were really that important. Hey, Floette? You were listening, right? I'm gonna be really busy for a while. I probably won't have time to be a good Pokemon trainer anymore. So, you should do like AZ would have wanted. Help Paxton keep Lumiose safe. Thanks, Floette. Here. Use this well, Paxton. The Floetite. Paxton. I'm so sorry to break up your team this way. What are you talking about? It was Tawnie's team, not mine. It's alright. Even if we're apart for a little while, we'll always be Team MZ. I'll come give them the whole story later, but could you break the news to Lita and Naveen? I'll whip up an extra special croissant curry to help make it all up to you. I promise. Let's all keep doing what we can to make Lumiose the best place it can be. Of course. So yes, we finally get Eternal Floette and her Megastone. And if you want a long story short, based on that cutscene, turns out Jet is Tawnie's grandmother. And the fact that Tawnie was looking for a specific person, that person was Jet the whole time. And it turns out Jet had been searching for Tawnie as well. So yeah, that's quite the plot twist, isn't it? Tawnie ends up inheriting Quasatrico Inc. Now the only question is, how are Lita and Naveen gonna take it? But unfortunately, that's all the time I'll have because I have already recorded a little bit over what I need to do. So, as for what's gonna happen next, and since there are still 2 side quests left, one being the Furfrou League, and then one we haven't unlocked yet, and the only way to unlock the last side quest is to win 20 reward matches in the Infinite ZA Royale. So I still gotta win 5 more off camera before I can get to the last side quest. Anyway, see you guys on the other side when we finish the last of the side quests.